Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the long-awaited return of JC Sports Replays. I don't know how long awaited it is. I've been waiting a long time for it. I don't know if y'all care that much, but I'm looking forward to getting back in the swing as we prepare for some Strat-O-Matic Super Advanced Baseball 1998 style. Just for you. Still getting set up as I had some technical difficulties with my secondary plan, so I'm back to my original plan. Tonight we will have the Colorado Rockies and the Arizona Diamondbacks in Game 1 of the 1998 steroid-infused season. As soon as I find the correct teams, we'll start getting set up. Hope you're having a good night. It's been a while for me. Got off work early, had some time to set up, swerved in a couple of different directions. But when it's all said and done, we are here preparing for what should be a good game between two expansion teams from the 90s. So let me just get a little chat going on the screen here. And we'll make sure everything looks good and sounds good. You know what? We're not in bad shape, actually. Better shape than I anticipated. As we will be playing some super advanced Strat-O-Matic baseball for the first time in quite a while. As soon as I can get myself able to see this chat. I was hemming and hawing between Strat and Payoff Pitch. Payoff Pitch has been on my table an awful lot lately, though. And I didn't like the presentation with Digital to Diamond because I realize there's not a hell of a lot going on there. So first thing we're going to do here in Arizona for opening day on April 31st, 1998 is check the weather effects. Now, the question is this a day or a night game? And I actually don't know, so we're going to find out real quick by checking my Google Drive and examining the 1998 schedule. Please bear with me as we get set up for this evening's festivities. I'm a little out of practice, but I assure you we'll get a game going here soon enough. You know what? First day of the season, we're going to call it a day game, whether it was or not. So let's check some weather. Our super advanced weather effects here in Colorado, and it is an April day. And we've got a 2, which sounds like it's going to be good. So April daytime, Colorado. This is the 82 weather effects. That's not going to be helpful at all. Oh, I'm really well organized tonight, guys. Everything's going perfectly. Please continue to hold your horses while I get my shit together. Huh. Well, you got a bitch. I don't have 98. That's okay. That's quickly remedied. We can go on the Strat website and get it. Clearly, I was well prepared despite having a couple of hours to set up the stream. Doing brilliantly here. We'll go to the old Strat-O Museum and the roster sheet archive, and that ought to get us a 1998 ballpark and weather effect chart. And indeed it does. Just have to zoom in a little so I can actually read it. And we're looking for Colorado, April, day. You know it's going to be good. So singles are 2020 and home runs are 1720. So there's Colorado for you. Slight advantage for the right-handed hitter here in Colorado. All right. Getting it together. We got to get a lineup going. We don't need that anymore. We've got our super vast fielding charts all ready to go. And I think we might be able to start figuring out a lineup for some of these teams. Now, this is not an as-played replay, just so you know. There's a good chance we're going to make our own lineups. And I'm sure I've played with this at some point in the past, so we ought to be pretty close to set. Just want to see who our starters are and go from there. Just checking on, get a rotation set. These guys will be bench players. So we've got a bullpen, we've got a bench for Colorado, and I think we have a starting lineup. Let's see if Arizona is equally well set. I think it is. So in the interest of keeping it moving, we're going to go with what I had once set up and go from there. Haven't seen some of these guys in a long time. I don't remember when the last time I played with this set was. It's been quite a while. Hey, Dav, how you been? Thank you very much, sir. It's good to be back. Trying to get my proverbial shit together here. But I think we're making progress toward actually starting a game sometime soon. You get to see all the setup that goes into me deciding to change streams the last minute. So, looks like we're going to have Darryl Kyle as the Rockies starting pitcher tonight. He'll be facing off against Andy Benez for Arizona. So Kyle's a 4. We'll get his card out. We'll get these guys in order. Benez is a 6 as far as hitting goes. Hope everything is well. Starting another new project. You know what? I haven't really had anything on the table much lately. I've been playing some payoff pitch on the side. But I'd like to keep both strat and payoff pitch on my table. So here we are with 1998 because I want to do something that nobody else is really doing at the moment. And this is a good place to start. So the Rockies, it looks like, will have Darryl Hamilton in center field. +2 arm, E1. Leading off. They will have Nefi Perez at shortstop. I hadn't had a project on the table in about 6 months since my 73 got corrupted. So I've been playing 77 for about the past I guess it's been a week today, actually, in payoff pitch, but I decided I wanted to do a Strat stream. Like I said, because I want to keep Strat on my table. And I think Strat streams really well. So I think we're going to do a game a day on average. Got Dante Bichette in left. Minus one arm. He's an E12. And I'm going to try to get back into a little bit of rhythm here. Vinny Castillo will be batting fifth and playing third. This is a season I've really wanted to do something with for a long time. I think I may have started it on the channel once in basic. We're going to go super advanced. Here's Todd Helton batting sixth. You have 98 in Strat 2 since it's an expansion year. You tend to pick up the expansions. That's pretty cool. Was this Florida and looks like we've got Jeff Reed at catcher. And then there's a T6, P0 for Reed. He's a catcher for zero arm. Mike Lansing. Second base 3E11. Oh, wow. Okay. I have been wearing in there as well. So I think I had a DH in a project I was doing at some point. We'll pull man wearing just for ease, and now we'll know that Diamondbacks probably have a DH. So we'll pull him. And then our pitcher is Darryl Kyle. He is a 3E19. And most importantly, a 7 POW. Arizona and Tampa, thank you. Which is funny that we start out with the two 1992, or was it 3 expansion teams? So, Colorado ready to go. Let's see what we're going to do with Arizona. I just want to see. I didn't think so. So I think Andy Fox is going to be our left fielder. Who's my DH? Probably Gilkey. I might need a minute to get this one straight. So let's lay these guys out. Fox and Gilkey uncertain. White in center, first, third. I think DeLucci in right. Bell at short. Batista at second. There's my catcher. So yeah, we probably had him in the left. We should probably have Andy Fox at second. Batista looks like more of a backup in this situation based on his at-bats, which means Gilkey will start. Yeah, Gilkey will start with terrible, terrible fielding in left field. Well, he's a 4, so that's not that terrible. So we're going to have Fox leading off, I think is what we wanted to do. J. Bell batting second or third. We'll go J. Bell second. Devon White looks to be our 4-man here. I think I'm going to go Williams, White, Lee. Stinnett can slug a little. So Stinnett, DeLucci, and Gilkey. Gilkey with a bad year. All right, so let's get these guys set. So Fox is a second base, 3E13. J. Bell is our shortstop, 3E22. Williams is our third baseman. White is in center with a +1 arm. He's an E6. Travis Lee, the first baseman. Not a bad defensive team here so far. Average just slightly above average. Well, here's a little below average. Kelly Stinnett. DeLucci we're going to put in right. +2 arm. Gilkey's in left, -1 arm. And the pitcher, of course, Bennis, is a pitcher 2E0. And he is a 7. The real question is, what's the hold rating? So Bennett's hold rating is a +3, combined with Stinnett's arm +1 is a +4. So with a hold situation, they will be +2 and 0. Right, and then Daryl Kyle holds a little bit better. He's a hold of 0 with a 0, so they'll be -2, -4 on the hold initially. So it looks like they've dusted off the home plate. The lineups are set. We've got to give you guys a little bit better display than that. And I feel like I could get a little bit better. Okay, that's actually not bad. We want that like that. We want a little bit of room for the cards there. So let's see how this lines up when Andy Bennis takes the mound for San Diego to face Daryl Hamilton. And let's just make sure everything is nice and clear. Looks pretty good. All right, so Ben is on the mound, a right-hander. If you're wondering, in '98 in real life, he was 14-13, a 3.97 in 34 starts. And Daryl Hamilton will take his first at bat of the season for the Rockies. In real life, 308, 6 homers, 51 RBIs. But of course, here in our fictional replay, he is 0 for 0. If it's flat, it counts. So that's going to be a 6'9" left-handed batter. Pardon me, 6'8", triple 1 to 6, double 7 to 20. That was actually our havoc roll, which we didn't need yet. And Daryl Hamilton's going to drive one into the gap. It's going to one-hop the wall. Chasing it down is DeLucci, but Hamilton's around second on his way to third, and he will start off the season with a leadoff triple as they try to get a hair off of the scoreboard. Leadoff triple. This is the first game in Diamondbacks history, that's right. And Andy Bennis starts it off auspiciously by giving up a triple to Daryl Hamilton. Now, Hamilton's a 9. We're not going to look at stealing home, obviously, but here's Neffy Perez. He's an A bunter. It's early on. They are not going to bring... actually, they are going to bring the corners in. And I have to remember how to play Strat Super Advanced, so bear with me. That's going to be a no havoc roll. 6'9" this time, like I said. This is, again, a left-handed batter. Normal home run 1 to 6 or double. Against righties, he has weak power. So it's going to be single 1 to 6 or a double. And that's going to drop into the gap. Perez driving it. Hamilton will score easily as this one drops in front of the left fielder Gilkey. And right away, Colorado is up 1-0 as Neffy Perez with an RBI double drives home Hamilton, who tripled to lead off the game. Take a look at Perez's steal from second. He's a 5. He's not going anywhere, and they're not holding him. So quickly, 1-0 Colorado here in the top of the first, and it's Larry Walker coming up. By the way, Perez on the season in real life, 274, 9 homers, 59 RBIs. Larry Walker, a little more impressive than that. A .363 batting average, 46 doubles, 23 homers, and 67 RBIs in real life. So the left-handed Walker against the right-handed Bennis steps in. Well, I'm already having dice trouble. Please hold. Oh, Jesus. Someday we're going to get a bigger house. I'm going to have a really nice dedicated Strat area or gaming area in general. So I think we're going to roll the Havoc roll separately going forward because I kind of forgot about that. But here's a 1-5 right-hander. Home run 1-8 double. So this one is going to be driven as well. Walker Benez off to an inauspicious start. This one will be in the gap for 2 bases. Around third is Perez. He will score easily. And 3 batters, 2 runs. All of them extra base hits. Walker's on second with an RBI double. And he's at 11. They will not hold him. Actually, they will hold him because otherwise he'll be at 13. All right, so a little Havoc roll action here. Nothing doing. And how about a 4-7 to Dante Bichette before we check the result? 331, 48 doubles, 22 homers, 122 driven in for Bichette in real life. So 4-7 right-handed. And that's a base on balls. And they'll take a brief break here while Strat goes out and talks to Benez. Wants to know what the hell's going on. It's first and second, nobody out. Top of the first. Colorado with 2 on and 2 in already. And here's Vinny Castilla stepping up to the plate. The right-handed third baseman, 319, 28 homers, 28 doubles, 46 home runs, and 144 runs batted in real life. Well, Benez is ready. The Havoc roll says nothing doing. And how about a 2-8 against the right-hander? This one's hit on the ground towards short. Bell is there. Flips to Fox for 1 and on to Lee in time. A 6-4-3 double play. Over to third moves Walker, but now there are 2 outs, and whatever Strat said to Benez calmed him down. Benez able to get the ball down there against Castilla, and now there's 2 quick outs. But still a runner 90 feet away. And coming up is Todd Helton, the left-hander. Another 300 hitter, 315, 37 doubles, 25 homers, 97 RBIs. I know it's Colorado, folks, but you do not want to face this lineup. Well, there's a possible. It's not a wild pitch, so it's a balk or a pass ball. Possible balk. Benez is a 1 on the balk. Nope, no balk. So, the pitch to Helton. That's a 3-8 right-hander. Grounded back to the pitcher. A 1-hopper to Benez. He picks it and tosses over to Lee, and that'll be the end of the first inning. So Benez settles down after the visit from Strat on the mound, but Colorado with 3 hits, a walk, 2 runs, and they lead 2-0 here in the first game of this 1998 season. Making the first start in, nope, that's not true. Making the start for Colorado, Darryl Kyle, in real life 13 and 17, a 5.20 ERA, which is pretty pedestrian in Colorado, honestly, in 35 starts. He will face Andy Fox to lead things off for the first batter in Diamondbacks history. Fox, a 277 hitter in real life, 9 homers, 44 driven in. No Havoc roll is necessary with nobody on base, so Fox settles in, bats from the left side. Kyle throws right. Kyle set the windup and the pitch. That is a 6-11, single 1-7, line out to second. This one is hit hard and right into the glove of the second baseman. That would be Mike Lansing. And Fox is out. So first batter in Diamondbacks history and the first out in Diamondbacks history belongs to Andy Fox. Now it's Jay Bell. 251, 20 homers, 67 ribbies. He also threw in 29 doubles in real life. Kyle is set from the right side. The righty Bell waits. Another 3-11. This is a ballpark homer chance. And he is a right-hander. That is high. It is deep. It is gone. Deep to left field over Bichette's head. He barely had to move. Well, Kyle hung one. And Bell didn't miss. So Bell with the first hit and the first home run in Diamondbacks history. It cuts the deficit in half. It's 2-1. Colorado, Arizona, 1 out, bottom of the first. That'll bring up Matt Williams. Williams, a 267 hitter, 26 doubles, 20 homers, 71 ribbies. Nobody on, 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Kyle is ready. Williams waits. How about a 4-10 right-handed? Catcher's card X. We've got our first X chance of the day. I have to remember how this works. We roll all the dice. And check the catcher's X chart against. It's going to be Reed. He's a 4E10. The one on the 4 is a WS. And it's a 14 on the E10. So no error. So WS, no. It's been a little while. With the runner on base, pitcher uncorks a wild pitch. Catcher spins around, has trouble. All base runners advance 2 bases on the play. Holy shit. Well, there are no base runners, and the wild pitch doesn't matter. So after all that, what's the no runner on option? With no runners on, the batter swings at a wild pitch on a 0-2 count. Batter beats the throw from catcher to first. Credit the pitcher with a wild pitch and the pitcher and batter with a strikeout. So wild pitch gets away from him. So that's going to be the very rare K. Wild pitch. And Williams is on at first. He's a 17. -2 would be a 15. They're holding him. He'll try to get a lead. He does not. He needed only a 3. As I try to remember how to play Strat-O-Matic Super Advanced. I'm mostly a basic player, guys. You may know that, but Super Advanced has been calling me, and this is a fun season. So, well, Williams down at first with 1 out. This particular inning will now require 4 outs, technically. No havoc roll, and here's Devon White. Before we check the results, White, a 279 hitter, 32 doubles, 22 homers, 85 RBIs. That's a 6-3 White batting left, and that's a ballpark single. And it's Colorado, so that's a base hit for White. Williams around second, easily over to third. And now White is a 16. 2-5 or 12 for the lead. 10 will not do it, so they hold White close. And here's the havoc roll versus Lee. Nothing doing. So once we roll the havoc, I guess we can roll the 24 splits, right? So White on first, Williams on third. They are playing double play depth. White being held at first, and here's Travis Lee. Lee, 269, 20 doubles, 22 homers, 72 RBIs. Pretty much everybody seems to have a similar stat line. How about a 5-7 against the left-hander? Ground ball, second base X. We're rolling everything over again. Second baseman is Lansing. He's a 3E11. That's a 19 on the 3, and G1. And that is a 6 on the E11. I think that's going to be a double play. G1 first and third. So grounded down to Lansing. He scoops. Grounded down to Perez. Did I say second base? Oh, it is. Sorry, grounded down to Lansing. He scoops, flips to Perez, and on over to Helton. Forgive the rust, folks. It's been a while. That is a 4-6-3 inning-ending double play, and they get out of trouble with just the home run by Bell to show for it. So 2 hits, 2 left, 1 run for Arizona in their first inning ever as a Major League Baseball club. And after 1, it is Colorado 2, Diamondbacks 1. Here's Andy Bennis. We'll get our rhythm back, folks. Don't worry. He'll face Reed, Lansing, and an unnamed pitcher, Kyle. So here's Jeff Reed. Left-handed catcher, a decent hitter, 290, with 17 doubles, 9 homers, and 39 ribbies in less than half a season of plate appearances. How about a 6-6 left-hander, fly ball, center field, ranging over his White, short of the track, and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Top of the second, 2-1 Colorado. Here's Mike Lansing. Lansing's first at bat of 1998. He's a 276 hitter in real life, 39 doubles, 12 homers, 66 runs batted in. Bennis sets and Lansing waits. Put a 1-3 right-handed, and he lays off, and Lansing will draw a base on balls. So 17, that's a 19. Even with the hold, they're going to definitely try for a lead. And that 5 says no. So Lansing cuts the lead short as they throw over. And that will bring up Andy Bennis. Ben is a pretty good bunter. And that's most likely what we're going to see happen here. We're looking for a sacrifice. So Lansing with the short lead. I have to remember how bunts work. Give me a sec. Roll all 3 dice. Single die determines the fielder. And the other dice determine the result. So that is a set. Lansing squares for the bunt and tries to lay it down. They have the corners in because it's the pitcher, and they figured he was bunting, so his B becomes a C. It's going to go to the first baseman, and that's a 3. No problem. He'll sack. So bunted nicely down the first base line. In on it comes Travis Lee, and he will turn and flip to Fox. But a successful sacrifice for Kyle. We'll score it 3-4, and Lansing down to second base with 2 outs. That'll bring up Darryl Hamilton. Hamilton is 1 for 1, a triple and a run scored. There's your Havoc die. 16 means nothing. So Hamilton waits for the pitch from Bennis. It's a 1-10 right-handed. Grounded down to third. Should be no problem for Williams. He takes the into his glove, fires across the diamond in time. So the walk leads to nothing, 1 left. And after 2, after 1.5, it's 2-1 Colorado over Arizona. So Bennis settles down nicely. And Kyle comes back out onto the mound. He will face Stinnett, DeLucci, and Gilkey. Kelly Stinnett, the catcher for Arizona, 259, 14 doubles, 11 homers, and 34 driven in real life. It's going to be a 4-7 right-hander, and Stinnett lays off. He'll draw. Ball 4, that's a base on balls for Stinnett. No stealing threat, even with the +2. So DeLucci steps in, left-handed right fielder. 260, 19 homers, 19 doubles, 12 triples. That's a nice number. 5 homers and 51 runs batted in. For a second, I thought my stream froze, but we're good. Little Havoc check. Nothing going on there. So DeLucci waits for the pitch from Kyle. It is a 2-8 against the right-hander. Grounder back to the pitcher. He will turn and throw to the shortstop, who covers. Perez forces Stinnett, and DeLucci will reach on the fielder's choice. So we'll call that a 1-6 fielder's choice for DeLucci. He's on now, 1-15. Actually, he's going to be a 1-11 with the hold. So DeLucci not going anywhere. And we will check on Bernard Gilkey, making his first at-bat of the season. Gilkey, a veteran, 233, 15 doubles, 5 homers, 33 runs batted in. Havoc doesn't matter. And here is the 6-10. Down on strikes. Kyle with a high fastball, and Gilkey went chasing. And that's the second out of the inning. So DeLucci at first. Now that'll bring up Bennis. Who's a decent hitter with occasional pop. He bats right-handed. The pitch from Kyle, it's a 4-6. Double 1-14 single. That is going to be a 2-bagger. Go figure. This one drops in, and DeLucci around second. He'll make it to third. Ben is on his way to second as the throw comes in late. So it's second and third on the double by Bennis. And all of a sudden, Kyle and the Rockies in trouble. So Andy Fox will come up. Fox 0 for 1. Lined out to second his first time up. How about a 4-2 left-handed? Strikes him out. Kyle with the breaking ball, and Fox went down chasing. So 1 hit, 1 walk, 3 left. Pardon me, 2 left. And after 2, it is 2-1 Colorado. Starting to remember how to play this game. Benez will come out to pitch the third. He'll be facing Perez, Walker, and Bichette. Perez is 1 for 1, double RBI, and a run scored. You guys hear me okay? Do I need to talk louder? You let me know. In any case, here's the switch hitting Perez batting left. There's a 4-6. And down on strikes. Neffy goes down chasing the breaking ball from Benez. And there's 1 away. Well, here's Larry Walker. He's 1 for 1, a double and a ribby. Nobody on, 1 down. How about a 6-11? Ballpark single, that's a 19. A base hit for Walker. Benefiting from that Colorado good weather. 2020 is the opportunity. And Walker's a 20, although the best he can be is a 19. He will try to get a lead. He needs a 7. And he will get a lead. No issue with the Havoc die. And that means 1-19. Will they throw down? What's his E rating? Hold on. E4. Yeah, they're going to throw down. And Walker's in there with a stolen base. So Walker showing his speed. And the Rockies now have a runner in scoring position. So Bichette will step in. Bichette walked his first time up. Havoc says nothing. Alexis says beep beep. And Bennett says here's the pitch. It's a 3-9 right-handed. Ground ball down to third. I believe Walker will freeze there, but let's just double check. Walker will hold, and Williams fires over to first to retire Bichette. So there's 2 away. Walker now at second with 2 outs. And Vinny Castilla coming up. Castilla 0 for 1. He grounded into a double play his first time up. The pitch from Benez. How about a 3-5 right-handed? Home run 1-16, double 17-20. This one's in the gap. It's going to be trouble. It gets down, and White will take it 1 hop off the wall. Around third is Walker. The throw comes to the cutoff man, and Walker scores easily. And Castilla pulls up at second with an RBI double to make it 3-1. Colorado. Not being held, Castilla. And Benez prepares for the pitch. Here's Todd Helton. Helton grounded out to the pitcher his first time up. This is a 1-11 double 1 single. That's a base hit. Toward the gap. Castilla around third. He was off with the pitch. And he will score, and it is 4-1 Colorado on the Castilla single. That's a 13, make it a 15. He will try to get a lead. He needs a 6. Auto catch on an 11. No lead for Helton as Benez throws over. So 2 down. Helton on first. And here's Jeff Reed. Reed flew out to first his first at bat. What a 1-8. Single 1-11. That was actually my Havoc die. I didn't roll it. And line out to second. So line drive right at Fox. And he snares it out of the air. 4 to third out. But 2 more runs for Colorado. And it's 4-1 after 2.5. Kyle back on the mound. He'll face 2-3-4. It's Bell, Williams, and White. The pitch to Bell. It's a 2-6. And Bell lays off. He'll draw the base on balls. So they'll hold him. Not going too far. His steal number would be an 11. Come here. Really? And Williams steps to the plate. Williams struck out and reached on the wild pitch earlier. 20 means nothing. And here's the pitch to Williams. How about a 2-10? Grounder down towards second. There's only going to be one play over to first. Lansing. Over to Helton. And advancing on the play is Bell. So runner at second with one down. And here's Devon White. The pitch from Kyle. It's a 2-7. Base hit to left. And no asterisks. So Bell might have a chance. He's only a 1-11. He was not being. Oh no, he was being. He was not being held at second. Sorry. So 1-12, and then the left fielder is 1-11. No, they're going to hold him up with one out. So Bell holds at third, and White is on. He's an 18-16. Might be able to get a lead. He needs a 2-5 or a 12. A 6 will not do it. So Kyle keeps White close. And now it's first and third. They're looking for two as Travis Lee steps in. Lee grounded into a double play his first time up. Kyle would love to see that happen again. Hey, Bob. Great to see Strat back on the table. So much more fun to watch than payoff pitch. Well, opinions vary, Bob, but I'm glad you're happy. Payoff pitch wasn't working out tonight the way I wanted to deliver it. So here we are with some 1998 baseball. Thanks for tuning in, man. That is a 2-8 from Kyle. Home run 1-15. That's a 2. That is deep to right field. Going back on it is Walker, but forget about it. The thin air here. Never mind it. We're in Arizona. God damn it. I have the wrong ballpark effects. But you know what? We're sticking with it. We'll flip it. That is a 3-run home run for Travis Lee as I screw up the ballpark effects. And we're going to live with it. It is a beautiful day in Arizona. We roll forward, folks. And that ties the game. A game-tying home run by Travis Lee. So we'll have to flip one when Arizona visits Colorado. That's all. First time Arizona visits Colorado, we're going to have to flip one on the replay. I've just been working, Bob. Thank you very much. I appreciate your concern. Just been working my butt off. Took a promotion. Been working really hard, making sure things go the way they're supposed to. And happy to finally settle into a little bit of a rhythm. And come back and screw up immediately ballpark effects on Strat-O-Matic Super Advanced. But hey, it's all good, man. We're having fun. It's just a game. We're going to have a good time. So we're going to flip it. It's going to be an interesting one. We're actually going to give a note that the first time Arizona visits Colorado, Colorado will have Arizona ballpark effects. Thanks, Bob. Appreciate it, man. So now that we've screwed this up, we know how we're going to roll. We're just going to keep playing forward. So it is Kelly Stinnett who walked his first time up. At 1 out, bottom of the third. It's all tied up at 4 now. Neither pitcher looking particularly sharp because they're not used to this kind of weather in Arizona. That is a 1-11. And Kyle says, you know what? The best way to deal with this is not let anybody hit the ball. So Stinnett down on strikes. That does not end the inning. That's the second out. And that'll bring up DeLucci. DeLucci reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. If you're wondering, we are playing this however we want to. And DeLucci draws a base on balls. 13, he'd be an 11. They're holding him. So runner on first, 2 down. Here's the Havoc roll. That's a 19. Doesn't matter. And here's Bernard Gilkey, who struck out his first time up. How about a 6-3 right-handed? That is a ballpark chance. An unusual one here in Arizona, but it is deep to left field, and it is gone over Bichette's head. Well, hell, nobody can predict anything. Darryl Kyle is shaking his head. It's like somebody turned on the humidity here in Arizona. A 2-run home run for Bernard Gilkey. Hold on, he's a W. He's a W. That can't be a homer. I'm really screwing up, guys. Hold on, please. Okay. So we're going to knock that out. So that's going to end up being a single I'm terrible at this now, apparently, but first and third with one down. And that will bring up the pitcher, Benez. It's still tied at 4, if you're wondering. I'm a little out of practice. Thank you for bearing with me. So Vellucci on third, Gilkey on first. So now I'm dropping dice. Everything's going splendidly.
Babe, can you turn the heat on a little bit?
It's really not cold, babe.
No?
69.
Okay.
Alrighty. Here's the pitch to Benez, and that's a 3-7, and they get out of the inning with a strikeout. So, if I do this even remotely correct, we're through 3. Arizona puts a 3 spot on the board thanks to Travis Lee's 3-run home run. And we'll head to the 4th, all tied at 4. It's like the Savannah Bananas are out here playing. I don't know what the hell's going on. Well, anyway, Benez will face Lansing, Kyle, and Hamilton. Here's the pitch to Mike Lansing. How about a 2-6? Single 1-16. Nope. That's a line drive to the shortstop. Snared by Bell, and that's 1 away. Yep. Here's Kyle. Kyle will sacrifice his first time up. How about a 4-12 against the righty Kyle? That's a strikeout. For Benez, I believe that's his second of the day. And Darryl Hamilton coming up. He's 1 for 2. How about a 2-8 against the righty? Home run 1-7. And that is gone. Boy, oh boy. It's been a violent day here in Arizona. Darryl Hamilton, with his first home run of the season, puts Colorado up 5-4. And the bullpen is stirring for the Diamondbacks. Well, that's going to be Nefi Perez coming up. He's 1 for 2. 2-4. Line drive. Hit hard, but right at Castilla. Nope, not at Castilla. He's on the wrong team. Right at Williams. And Matt Williams snares it for the third out. But Hamilton with a blast that just sneaks over the fence. And Colorado regains the lead. It's 5-4. No fatigue yet for Benez, and we're pretty much going to try to go to fatigue unless things get way out of hand on one side or the other. And Kyle will face the top of the order. It's Fox, Bell, and Williams, all coming up for their third time in only the 4th inning. Here's Andy Fox. He's 0 for 2 so far. How about a 4-6 double, 1-14 single? That's a base hit for Fox, his first hit of the season. That's a 15-13. Yeah, we'll give him a shot. 2-6 or 11 for the lead. 7 it is not. So Andy Fox doesn't get a lead, and here's Jay Bell. Havoc roll first. Yes. Possible pass ball. Hold on, please. Nope, no pass balls. Reed doesn't allow any, so the pass ball does not occur. The pitch to Bell is a 2-7. Strikes him out. 1 down here in the 4th. That'll bring up Matt Williams as 0 for 2. A 1-2 right-handed, and that plunks Williams on the butt. Or maybe that was more on his hip bone. Fox will amble down to second, and Williams with a possible injury. And yes, folks, this is not as played, so we are playing with super advanced injuries. Let's take a look and see. Williams, 510 at-bats plus 43 walks is a 553. So he's going to go into the 450 category. His max injury is 15 games. A 14. It's going to be a 4-game injury. What's the asterisk mean? I forget. Maximum injury. Yeah, he'll qualify. So Williams is going to come out of the game after the hit by pitch. And we'll need a pinch runner. Because Williams is going to sit. And obviously we'd like to not mess around too much here. It's probably going to be Batista. Yeah, we're going to go right to the supplemental third baseman, Batista. He's going to stay in and play third after this. There'll be a third base 4, E13. Right now he's a pinch runner. So Tony Batista gets in the game. We almost started him. 13, he's an 11. And there's the runner in front of him, so no issue there. He won't be looking to steal because there's a guy on second base. Fox, on the other hand, is a 12-10. They're not going to hold him. He'd actually be a 12. He'd be an 8 if they held him, but he's a 12. First and second, one down. And here's Devon White. 2 singles on the day for White. Got in cleanup for Arizona. I think he'd be batting leadoff, but hey, I'm making the lineups, and I like him in the cleanup spot today. So the pitch to White. That's left as a switch hitter. Having a 6-5. 1-1-3. That's going to be a base hit. And it drops in front of Bichette in deep left center. Around third is Fox. They're waving him home. The throw comes into the cutoff man. Williams to third. And White has an RBI single and ties the game. It's all tied up at 5, folks. Bottom of the 4th. And looks like we're going to have some bullpen action for Arizona now. So White's on first. He's a 16. He's going to try for a lead. 2-5 or a 12. That 5 says he's good. So 18 minus 2 is 16 despite the hold. White is off to the races with the pitch. Reed with the throw down. And he gets him. He gets him. Nice tag laid down by, let's see, that'd be the second baseman. No, that'd be the shortstop, pardon me. Nice tag laid down by Perez. A strong throw by Reed, and they get White trying to sneak in the back door there. So instead of first and third with 1 out, it's now Williams on third with 2 outs for Travis Lee. I don't know, you like taking the bat out of Lee's hands, but boy, no havoc roll. So 2 down, runner on third. The pitch to Lee is a 3-7. And down on strikes is Lee. Kyle breaks off one, and Lee goes a chasing. So when it's all said and done, it's 5-5 after 4, folks. We'll head to the 5th. Both starting pitchers hanging in there. But it's Rocky Balboa every which way you look. It's going to be Walker, Bichette, and Castilla for Colorado against Bennis. The pitch is a 4-8 right-hander, double 1-17. Nope, that's a line drive, base hit. And the third hit of the day for Walker, who's got his eyes set on a batting title. He'll be a 20, which is a natural 19. But wait, the 2. Shoot, I don't remember. Need to grab my trusty rule book because I haven't played much Super Advanced Strat this year. Stolen base, Havoc die is a 2. Please hold. When runners attempt to steal, possible balk. Thank you. Balk only on a 1. No. So no balk, but he will not get the lead. That's how that works. So Walker's on at first. Here's Bichette. Dante is 0 for 1 with a walk. Righty on righty, Bennis to Bichette. That is a 2-10. Ballpark homer. Forget about it. The weird, thin Colorado-Arizona air today. Bichette connects with this one, and it is long gone. Dante with a 2-run home run, and it's now 7-5. And can you believe Bennis is still in this game? By Strat rules, he's not yet fatigued. 1, 2, 3, 4-5, right? What is Strat's POW rule? Is it 5, 6, 7, or trying to remember? I'm out of practice. 5 runs in 1. Yeah, it's 5, 6, 7. He has not given up 7 runs in 3 innings, so he's not fatigued, although he has given up 7 runs total. And you can bet the bullpen is throwing. It's going to be Vinny Castillo, 1 for 2 so far. 2-11 fouls this one. Back behind third base, ranging over, is the new third baseman, Batista, and he's there to make the catch for the first out of the inning. Well, here's Helton. How about a 5-9 lefty? Strikes him out. So Bettis finds something there, and Helton can't believe it. He froze as that one painted the corner for the second out. Here's Jody Reed, or pardon me, Jeff Reed. I want it to be Jody Reed, but it's not. 2-12. Grounder back to Benez. He nabs it, tosses it over to Lee, and somehow gets out of this inning. Through 5, it is a ridiculous 7-5 Colorado. Ridiculous for Arizona, but hey, we're going to return the favor one of these days. Well, here's Kyle. Go figure. He's scheduled to face Stinnett, DeLucci, and Gilkey. So here's Stinnett. 0 for 1, walk and a strikeout. How about a 5-7? Against the right-hander. Ground ball, second base X. Lansing is a 3-11. Second time today he's been tested. And we're going to throw some dice on the floor. Please hold. I'm just out of practice, guys. We'll get better. So 3-11 for Lansing, having an 18-8. It's G1. And Lansing will make the play. Stinnett is retired for the first out here in the 5th. Well, here's DeLucci. 0 for 1 with a walk. How about a 3-7? Right-hander fly ball, center field, ranging over is Hamilton. He'll make the play, and there's 2 down. Here's Gilkey. And Ben is with 1 foot on the dugout step. Not exactly looking like he's limbering up. He's probably done if Gilkey gets on. Gilkey's 1 for 2, and Kyle is set. How about a 1-4 fly ball right field, ranging over near the line is Walker, and takes it in stride for a 1-2-3 inning. Go figure for Darryl Kyle. It's a very unpredictable game, folks. 7-5, Rockies after 5. So Benez will come out for a little more exercise. And he'll face Lansing, Kyle, and Hamilton. Lansing 0 for 1 with a walk. What a 1-4. Pops this one up behind the plate, ranging back is Stinnett. And he's there to make the play for the first out. Kyle's due. And they have a lead, so they'll let him stretch. Kyle bats right. He is 0 for 1 today with a sac hit. How about a 6-6? They don't want to blow the bullpen first day, right? And Kyle's down on strikes. Second out. Ben is getting stronger as the day goes on somehow. Here's Darryl Hamilton. A triple and a homer today. 2 runs scored and an RBI. So Hamilton igniting the fire for the Rockies. The pitch to the lefty Hamilton. It's a 4-7. And down on strikes. Go figure, ladies and gentlemen. Colorado goes 1-2-3 in this very unpredictable and weird game that we're playing here to launch our 1998 replay. What the hell? We're having fun. Everybody have a beer, grab some popcorn. And Benez is due to lead off, and he will not. This looks like that's going to be it for Andy Benez. He went 6. Gave up 7 runs. And we will get a pinch hitter once we square away these baseball cards. So who's it going to be for Kyle? Could be Kareem Garcia. Breed. I think we're going to go Breed. I think we're going to go Brent Breed as the pinch hitter. The lefty Brent Breed, in real life, 226 average, 9 doubles, 2 homers, 17 RBIs, and 212 at-bats. And he's ready to face Darryl Kyle, who starts his 6th inning of work with a lead, if you can believe it. Despite giving up 5 runs, he's got a 2-run advantage. How about a 2-4 against the right-hander? This is a ballpark single chance, and we know that's 2020 today. So Breed is on. He'd be an 18. Going to try to get a lead. It's only a 2, but he has no auto catch. Oh, hold on. He could be picked. So 6. So Kyle throws over. He might have him, and no, Breed is back. Breed back under the tag in plenty of time. Kyle almost caught him napping. And now runner on first. Nobody out for Andy Fox. Fox is 1 for 3. Kyle with the delivery. 5-6. Fox down on strikes, and that's 1 away. Here's Bell. Bell is 1 for 2 with a walk and a homer. Havoc Roll says no. 1 on, 1 out. The pitch to Bell is a 2-7. And another strikeout. Jay Bell, free swinging today. And that's going to bring up Williams. No, it's not. It's going to bring up Tony Batista for the first time today. Check our Havoc and the possible wild pitch. Kyle delivers. And nope. Nice block by Stinnett. Keep it in front of him. 1 ball, no strikes. So Batista back in the box. Tony batting for the first time today, by the way. 273, 16 doubles, 18 homers, 41 ribbies. Those 18 homers came in under 300 ABs. So it's a pretty good card for Tony. And yeah, he's got a good 1 column against the righty there. So man on first, 2 down. Here's the pitch to Batista. How about a 4-3? Right-handed 5 ball, right field X. The right fielder is Walker. He's a 1E6. Let's see what this looks like when we're all said and done. How about a 16-13? That's an F3. And Walker makes the play to retire the side. So nothing doing for Arizona. They trail by 2 as we head to the 7th. Kyle's still in there. Not due to bat unless they send 8 men to the plate, so they might stretch him out. However, they will need a new pitcher. Breed will come out. So Brent Breed's going to come out, and Colorado will send, nope, pardon me, Arizona will send, I was right the first time, wasn't I? No, I'm right. Arizona will send a new pitcher to the mound to face Perez, Walker, Bichette. So we've got switch, lefty, righty. Looks like we would prefer a lefty. God, pick your poison. No, if they can get a lefty, they will. They are trailing, so that matters. It's going to be Alan Embry. Embry will come in for Arizona. He's a pitcher 4E0. and a POW of 2. So Embry will come in and pitch the 7th. And as stated, he'll face Perez to start things off. Perez is 1 for 3. Here's a pitch. It's a 4-9. He's batting right against the lefty. And that's a base hit for Perez into left field. So 13, they're going to hold him close. Quick toss over by Embry. Oh, actually, the hold changes, doesn't it? That's going to be a -4. +1's a -3. That's actually going to be a -5, -7. So, yeah. They don't even have to... Oh, they will hold him, I guess, yeah. -3. No, they won't hold him. He's a 1 to 10 without the hold. So we're on first. Here's Walker. Walker perfect on the day. 3 base hits and 3 tries. Here's a pitch. 1, 3. And that's clutch? No, it's not clutch. A line drive, base hit up the middle for Walker this time. He's 4 for 4. And it's first and second with nobody out. So much for bringing in the lefty. Embry gives up 2 base hits to start the inning. And here's Bichette. Dante with a 2-run homer his last time up that gave Colorado the lead, and he's 1 for 2 on the day. Possible wild pitch. Embry delivers. Nope. Blocked again by Strat. And now the reset, and the second pitch to him is 3-6 against the lefty. Pops it up on the infield. Ranging over is the shortstop, Bell. And he puts it away for the first out. First and second, 1 away. Yeah, that'll bring up Castilla. Castilla 1 for 3. And the pitch to the righty. It's a 3-7. Triple 1 to 2 single. That's going to drop in for a base hit, and the Rockies will extend their lead. Around third is Perez. He will score. Over to third is Walker, and Castilla helps himself an RBI single. His second ribby of the day, second hit. So Embry in trouble early. Castilla not being held. They are looking for a double play here. First and third, 1 out. And here's Todd Helton. How about a 5-2 against the lefty. Ballpark homer chance on a 1 to 10. And it is a 4. So this one is hit high and deep to right field. 1 to 17. It's a homer. It's not. Caught at the wall by DeLucci. He couldn't go any further. But that's going to be deep enough to get another run in. Trotting home is Walker as DeLucci uncorks it to the cutoff man. And it's now 9-5, Colorado. Second RBI of the day for Helton. And now it's Reed coming up. Lefty on lefty. Embry not having a great inning. How about a 1-7 against the left-hander? Grounded down to second. There's Fox. He picks it over to Lee, and that'll do it here in the 7th. But 2 more runs for Colorado. They lead 9-5. Darryl Kyle coming up. He's got a 4-run lead to work with now, and he seems to have settled down, so they'll try to get 1 more inning out of him. He's going to face White, Lee, and Stinnett, the heart of the Diamondbacks order. Devon is 3 for 3 today. Looking to make it 4 for 4. Here's the pitch. How about a 2-4 home run? Forget about it. Devon White. No doubt. Oh, nope, he's a righty. No doubt about it. So White embracing his role as the cleanoff hitter for Arizona here on opening day. And it is a 9-6 ball game. Kyle shaking his head. The ball is not supposed to travel like this here in Arizona. Well, here's Travis Lee, who's also made the ball travel today. He's 1 for 3 with a homer. How about a 6-2? Left-handed ground ball pitcher X. Kyle is a 3E19. And that's going to be a 4-11. 411 on the 3E19. That's the wrong one. That's going to be a G3. And no error, so Kyle will make the play, toss over to first, and time to retire Lee. So Lee goes down. Here's Strat. Kelly is 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. 1-9. Make that 2 strikeouts for Strat, as there's 2 outs here in the 7th. Brings up DeLucci, who's 0 for 2 with a walk. How about a 5, 6, and down on strikes. Back-to-back strikeouts to Kyle. By Kyle, I should say, to close out the 7th. And that's probably going to be it for Kyle. In fact, we know for a fact it is, because we're the manager of both teams. There will be a pinch hitter, but Kyle stands to win it despite giving up 6 runs in 7 innings. He'll go back for his spot in the rotation. And Embry due to pitch to Lansing, pinch hitter, and Hamilton. Embry now susceptible to fatigue. And here's Lansing. Lansing 0 for 2 with a walk. How about a 6-7 right-hander ground ball, second base X. It's going to be Fox, 3E13. How about a 17-13 for those of you playing along at home? That's a G1. And he makes the play over to first in time to retire Lansing. Well, Kyle's out of there. And we'll have a pinch hitter against the lefty Embry. They don't have a lot of great options. It's going to be Kurt Abbott. Kurt Abbott coming into pinch hit. Just want to check something. Abbott is a multi-card player, I believe. He will get traded at some point. I want to make sure it's not right now. Oh, in fact, he's not even on Colorado to start the season. He's on Oakland. So it won't be Kurt Abbott. So it looks like it's going to be nope, that's lefty on lefty. We don't want to do that. Boy, they have not a lot of talent. Now I understand why Liriano is carded the way he is. Nelson Liriano. So here's Liriano. He steps in, 1 down here, top of the 8th. 3-2, left-handed, single 1 to 7. It is a base hit up the middle for Liriano. He's actually a 15. I'll try to get him a lead. He's only on a 2. But hold on, it's possible balk. Embry doesn't balk, so Liriano just can't get a lead as they throw over a couple of times to keep him close. So 1 out, 1 on. Here's Hamilton. 2 for 4 today. Havoc die. Nothing doing. And possible, nope, that's not a possible wild pitch. We already rolled the Havoc die. 6-9. This one's lofted out to left. Rolling over is Gilkey, and he'll make the play for the 2nd out of the inning. Here's Nefi Perez. Havoc die, nothing doing. If I could pick the dice up, we'll be all right. Perez, 2 for 4. How about a 4-7 right-hander? And he lays off and will draw a walk. Liriano down to 2nd. So 1st and 2nd, and here's Larry Walker with 2 outs. He's 4 for 4. Chance to go 5 for 5 for Walker. No Havoc, no cry. And the pitch to Walker. How about a 6-6? Pops this one up on the infield. Somebody finally retired Larry Walker. If Travis Lee can take it in, and he does. So Embry settles down just enough. to get through the inning. Nothing doing for Colorado. They leave a couple. And looks like there'll be a relief pitcher. Embry due up this inning, so he's probably done. In fact, we know he is. The first two will the reliever be for Colorado. Well, if they got anybody who can save it, it's Dipoto. Not really equipped for 2 innings, though. I think they're going to go Veras for one, or Leskanic. They're going to go Veras. Dave Veras for 1 inning. So Liriano will be out. He's a pitcher, 3-0. It's possible he'll pitch both, actually, now that we think about it. If it doesn't get any closer. He is a number 3 hitter. He'll come in the place of Liriano. I am so out of practice with this, but it's all right. We're figuring it out. Thought I might have time for 2 tonight. I forgot how slow it takes to stream these and how terrible I am at Strat right now. Anyway, it's Gilkey coming up. 1 for 3. Veras is warmed up. We need to change the holds. It's a -1. 0. Right, so that's going to be a -3, -5. So Gilkey waits for the pitch from Veras. It's a 2-11. Grounded down to first base. Going to be taken by Lee and steps on the bag in time. Pardon me. Once again, I'm doing it backwards. Taken by Helton, who steps on the bag in plenty of time to retire Gilkey. Well, this would be Embry's spot, so Reed is out. Now Embry's out, and we're going to have a pinch hitter. Trying to get something going against the righty. Could be Kareem Garcia. It's not. It's going to be Damian Miller. Oh no, it's not. These are righty on righty. Oh, it is going to be Kareem Garcia, pardon me. Lefty Garcia will come in. I really feel like I don't know how to do this anymore. But it's okay. We're going to figure it out, guys. So 1 down. The pitch to Garcia. I have it a 1-9. Down on strikes is Garcia. That's 2 away quickly. Early. And here's Fox. Fox 1 for 4. Lefty on lefty action. It is a, pardon me, lefty on righty action. That's a 4-10. And he lays off. That's a base on balls. So Fox is on. They will hold him with 2 outs. And no havoc, no cry. Here's Jay Bell, who is 1 for 3, a walk and a homer. Struck out his last 2 times up. That's a 1-5. Grounded down to short. I said they'll hold him. That's an A+. Does that still go? I forget. There's something about A+ in Super Advanced. Give me 1 sec. I think it's a single like it is. And it's only when the infield's in, right? So no. 1-5 against Veras. Grounder down to short, as I said. Fielded by Perez. Flips to Lansing and on over to first to Helton. It's a 6-4-3. Double play, and that'll end the inning, get him out of trouble. And through 8. It is 9-6. We'll head for the 9th. Well, folks, if you stuck with me this long, you're an absolute friggin' saint, because I have no idea what I'm doing. Apparently. What I do know is I love baseball. I love Strat. I really enjoy broadcasting to you guys, so we're having some fun. We're going to go Willie Banks. We got righties coming up. Or Efrod. We're going to Felix Rodriguez. Is a pitcher 2E0. He is a 2. Get Efrod some work against the heart of this order. It's Bichette, Castilla, and Helton due up. God help you. 1 for 3. It's a 110. Pops it up to the shortstop. Ranging over his bell in plenty of time. Makes the catch behind second base for the first out. Here's Castilla. Vinny is 2 for 4. How about a 3-7? Triple 1 single. That's a base hit for Castilla. His third hit of the day. They will not hold him. And the Havoc says nothing doing Efrod 2. Todd Helton. Helton's 1 for 3 with a sac fly, a couple of RBIs today. How about a 210? Grounder down to second. Looks like it could be 2. Fox is there. Flips to Bell, who pivots and turns. Fires to Lee in time. A 4-6-3 double play. And Felix Rodriguez makes quick work of the heart of the Rockies order thanks to that double play. It is 9-6. 3-run lead, and Viras will come out and try to button it down. He's got a face. Batista, White, and Lee. I don't see any pinch hitters in the future here. Just double checking the score. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 to 1, 4, 5, 6. 3-run lead. They would need a few base runners at least. A balk, a bloop, and a blast. Or a walk, a bloop, and a blast. We'll get it done. So here's Batista. He's 0 for 1, flew out to right his first time up. Viras is ready. And delivers. How about a 1-5? Ballpark homer. He definitely has the power. This one is deep to left center field. Goodbye, Tony Batista. Exercising the power clause in his contract. And he cuts it to a 2-run deficit. It's now 9-7. And there's some action in the bullpen. Well, that'll bring up White. Devon is 4 for 4 today. 3 singles, a homer. 2 runs scored, 2 runs driven in. Batch from the left side against Viras. Here's the pitch. It's a 5-12 grounder, first base X. First baseman Helton's a 2E8. So let's see how that looks. It's a 3-8. That's a G3. And Helton will take it himself. Tags the bag, and White is retired for the first out. I'll bring up Travis Lee, who's 1 for 4 with a big 3-run homer that tied the game way back in the 3rd inning. He can't tie it right now, but he can make it very, very narrow. Viras from the stretch. Lee waits. That's a 5-5. Single 1 to 11. That's a base hit. Ripped into right field by Lee. That's an 18-15. Well, he could try to steal, but I think they're going to keep him right there because they need the power. And here's Stinnett, who is a pretty good bat. He's 0 for 3 on the day with a walk, but he has occasional power. How about a 5-8 right-handed ground ball second base X? This could do it, folks. Depends on the result of this die roll. Lansing once again a 3E11. Please hold. Was Lee being held? Absolutely. Lee is absolutely being held. So that makes, let's see, Snap. Yeah, he's responsible for him. He's a 4E11 thanks to the hold. How about a 9-12 on Lansing? 4E11. G3. He is responsible for, I'm just making sure. I think that's getting out. First right-hander. Yes, that's through for a single. 12 on the E11, just make sure. Nothing doing there, but that gets through. And that's going to turn into a single 2 asterisks, right? Yep. So due to the hold, Lee goes over to third. Stinnett finds himself on first base. And all of a sudden, Veers is fatigued. That gets him to his POW. And DeLucci's due up. The Veers is going to come out. And they're going to bring in DePoto. So DePoto will come in. And suddenly we have a ball game, folks. It's been an interesting one all day. He's a 3E0. And he's a relief 1/4. But he's not at the 4 yet. They'd have to be within a run. So here we are. DeLucci coming up. He's got some pop. Runners on first and third. The tying run at first is 1 down for Arizona. And DeLucci, so far today, is 0 for 3 with a walk and a strikeout. DePoto is ready. He's all warmed up. Here's the pitch. 1-6. Right-hander. Home run 1-10. Nope. But it's going to be a bases clearing triple for David DeLucci. Oh my. And that will tie this game at 9 here in the bottom of the 9th. And just like that, folks, DePoto gives it up. Let's just count it again. It was 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It is 9-9. And DeLucci represents the winning run 90 feet away. So everybody will be in now. The infield's in, the outfield's in. Bernard Gilkey's due up. Let's see if he's going to hit for himself. Gilkey, not exactly the best hitter in the world right now. But he might be the best they have. Gilkey's going to get a chance to hit. There's only 1 out. A sac fly will do it. The infield's in, the outfield's in. We might have to look stuff up here. Gilkey is 1 for 4. The havoc roll by DePoto is a 20. Nothing doing. Boy, if he rolled a 1 there, his wild pitch number is a 20, and that would win the game. But he rolled a 20. So here's the pitch to Gilkey. Waiting patiently from the right side. 1-6. Strikes him out. Second out of the 9th here. Gilkey down on strikes, and I believe Garcia already hit. Yep, Garcia's out of the game. We're going to need a pinch hitter for Efrod. So Rodriguez Day is done. He gets through the 9th. He stands to win it possibly if they come back and score this run. Who will pinch hit against DePoto for the Diamondbacks? We've got a few options, but I think it's going to be Damian Miller. I think it's not close in terms of who's got the best chance of a base hit here. Yep, they're going to bring in Damian Miller. No, they're not. He's the backup catcher. Let me just confirm that we don't have another catching option. We do not. Damian Miller is your backup catcher. He's not going to pinch hit, which really limits our options. Looks like it's going to be Stankiewicz or Benitez. Nothing good may come. Against righties, I think we're going Stankiewicz. It's going to be Andy Stankiewicz coming in. Andy Stankiewicz. One-time Yankee. Who I was very fond of as a Yankee fan in the late 90s, I believe. Or the early 90s, that would have been. Well, DePoto on the mound, Stankiewicz, the deciding factor here. DeLucci, the go-ahead run, the winning run 90 feet away. Havoc Die says no havoc. So it's going to be up to Stankiewicz, who does not have a lot of base hits on his card. What a 4-6. But he draws a walk. Dipoto loses Stankiewicz. Well, look out, folks. They will not hold him. They're very concerned about DeLucci at third. DeLucci, by the way, no chance of stealing home, really. He'd be a 1. If you were wondering. I'm having fun now, folks. I don't know about you. Kind of starting to remember how to play this game. Getting my groove on. It is all tied at 9 here in the 9th. Colorado, Arizona, swapping home field advantage for no apparent reason, except my incompetence. But DeLucci on third, Stankiewicz on first, and now it's going to be the left-handed Andy Fox coming up to face Dipoto. And by the way, Dipoto gives up one more hitter walk, and he's fatigued. Havoc says nothing. The pitch to Fox. How about a 5-12 grounder, first base X? Well, Helton's a 2-E8. They're not holding anybody on. How about a 5-12 against Helton? That's a G3. Once again, no. Oh, is the infield in? No, it's not, because there's 2 outs. And the 12 on the 8. Helton takes it himself and makes the play, and that'll end the inning. A wild one here in Arizona to start this season. As ladies and gentlemen, it's a 9-9 as we go to the 10th. And we will need a pitcher for Arizona. Who's it going to be? Well, they can't save it, so they're going to go to their best, Greg Olson. He's a pitcher 2-E0. And he is their closer, but there's nothing to close here. He's also a 7 hitter. So he will come in. Stankiewicz Day is done. And Arizona's rapidly running out of bench players, but that's all right. Well, it's going to be Jeff Reed, Lansing, and probably a pinch hitter as the Potos do up. You can bet he's not going to bat. You can bet so much, we're going to mark him out right now. C, D. So Olson to Reed. To start things off, Reed is 0 for 4. Hits righties quite admirably. How about a 4-9 lefty? Shortstop X. At this point, that's going to be Bell. He's a 3-E22. How about a 3-11? 3 on the 3, that's a single 1. And that's through for a base hit. So Reed is on. Not really any speed. Let's see if they're going to think about pinch running for him. And Waring is still on the bench. We do have Curtis Goodwin available. It's going to be Goodwin pinch running for Reed. So Goodwin, let's see, Olson's a +3, +4, so +2-0 stands. Goodwin will try to get a lead. He needs a 7, and then it'd be a 1-19. Well, the 10's not going to do it. So he is held. And that'll bring up Lansing. Could be a hit and run B in this spot. Should we do it? I'm going to go for the, man, Olson really gets beat up by righties, doesn't he? I don't think we're going to go for the hit and run just because of that. Havoc says nothing. That's a 2-6 right-hander single 1-16. Now I have to re-roll because that was the Havoc. A base hit. Off the glove at second. Fox recovers, but no place to go with it. So first and second now, and we're going to have a pinch hitter. Who's it going to be, folks? Who's it going to be? First and second, nobody out, top of the 10th. They need a pinch hitter. We don't have a decent bunter. So I guess they're going to bring in Bates. Jason Bates. He's a debunter. Dare we drop it anyway? How bad is it? Let's take a look. Well, he's got an awful lot of attempts there. Beats a double play. They're going to try for it. Well, nothing on the Havoc die. It's a 6-10. That's not going to be good. The 10 is going to be bad, in fact. The 6th fielder is going to be the 3rd baseman. And the lead runner is going to be thrown out by the fielder. So that's going to be down the line toward a charging Batista, who whirls and fires to Bell at 3rd. 5-6 to cut off the runner to 3rd, and that'll be a fielder's choice. Reed is nabbed at 3rd on the force. Great play by Batista there, or just a bad bunt by whoever the hell this is, Bates. But we'll end up with first and second again. Lansing not held at second. This one's interesting. First and second, 1 down. Here's Darryl Hamilton. Hamilton 2 for 5 now. Nothing doing on the Havoc. And the pitch from Olsen. That's a 4-9 lefty. Shortstop X. Getting all the interesting stuff now. Nobody's held. 3E22. How about a 2-7? 2-7 on the shortstop. Right, here was a 3E22. That's going to be a single 2. That's going to get a run in. Yep, a base hit under the glove. Couldn't get there. Bell tried, but it's past him. Lansing will score. Bates over to 3rd, and Hamilton with an RBI single, and now it's 10-9. And they'll have to hold him on 15-17. Yep. So Hamilton's going to look for a lead. Needs a 6 or a 7. He gets a 6. He's a 1-17. He's going. And they will not even throw, actually. He steals the base as they want to hold the runner at 3rd. So 2nd and 3rd now. They're going to have to play the infield in to cut off further runs. They can't walk Perez to get to Walker. That'd be just insanity. Havoc die. Nothing doing. And by the way, Olsen is fatigued and they've seen enough of him. So hold on. They thought they were going to their best. Turned out to be a mistake. Instead, we're going to see Willie Banks come in. None of these pitchers ever make errors, apparently. I'm very spoiled by Digital to Diamond. I don't exactly know how to keep score anymore. It's terrible. What a mess. But it's been a messy game, too, so it's not entirely my fault. No, it's all your fault, Joe. I know it is. Cut it out. He's an A bunter. But now they already have the go-ahead run ahead. So 1 out, runners on 2nd and 3rd. The infield is in. And Havoc died to Perez. Possible wild pitch. He's a 20. Banks throws this one in the dirt, and that'll score another run. Go figure. Bates scores. Hamilton moves to 3rd. Well, now they're just going to play back. Now it's a 2-run lead. Do they have to cut off the 3rd run? I think they still have to play in, guys. I don't like it, but I think that's the play. Another Havoc die. Nothing doing there this time. Perez waits. A little bit of the pressure's off for Neffy. It's a 5-7. Fly ball to center. That's going to be deep enough to get another run in. Going back on it is White. He uncorks it with all his might, but it's cut off. And Hamilton scores easily. A 3-run inning here. Greg Olson tagged with all 3 runs. There's 2 down now, and finally Larry Walker will come up. Walker 4 for 5. How about a 2-5 right-hander? This one's grounded down to short. There's Bell. He scoops it, flips to first in plenty of time, but the damage, as I said, is done. 3 big runs for Colorado here in the 9th. The 10th. All scored against Greg Olson. And now who's Arizona going to bring in? They've already used their closer and their setup man. But it is a 3-run lead. They're going to go to Mike DeJean. Or are they going to McElroy, actually? Nope, we said DeJean for... wait a minute. Yeah, we're going McElroy. I don't like DeJean against a righty leading off. So Chuck McElroy will come in for Arizona. Have I screwed this all up? No, I'm okay. Yeah.
Are you almost done?
Yeah, it's been a long game. So McElroy will come in and try to get the rest of the outs here. He's got a 3-run lead to work with. It's Bell, Williams, and White 2 up. Here's the pitch to Bell. How about a 5-8 lefty? Strikes him out. 1 away. Good job, McElroy, getting that first out. Here's Tony Batista. About a 6-7 right-handed. Single 1-18. That's a base hit. Things are not over yet, folks. Tony Batista with a base hit. McElroy -2. 0 is going to be a -4, -6. So they will hold Batista. Actually, they're not going to hold Batista. If he wants to try to steal, they're going to let him. He doesn't matter. And that'll bring up White, who is 4 for 5 with a homer. No havoc die for Devon. How about a 4-8? Batting right. Strikes out White for the second out. And it comes down to Travis Lee, who has to get on base to keep this game going. Balker pass ball. Possible balk. Yeah. Possible balk. His balk is a 0. I don't know if there are balks in this set, but the zeros count. So here's the pitch to Lee. 6-7 strikes him out. Wait, wrong column. Pardon me. That's a base hit for Lee, actually. A single 2 asterisks. And suddenly, well, now they're still not holding Lee because he still doesn't matter. Runners on first and third, 2 outs, and it's Kelly Stinnett, who hits lefties reasonably well. Havoc die says no. So McElroy from the stretch. Not worried about the runners. He's only worried about Stinnett. So a 5-5 right-handed strikes him out. That time he strikes him out, and that's the ball game. So McElroy gives up a couple of strangles, but ultimately strikes out the side, and we're finally done. It's going to be a final score of 12-9, folks. 12-9. Colorado taking this one on opening day. It was a wild, wild game with a lot of mistakes by me, but we made it through, and at long last, the game is done. I have no idea who your winning and losing pitchers are going to be. We'll figure that out later. No, we'll figure it out now. Let's see. Can't be that hard. Runs were scored in the 10th, so whoever pitched the 9th. So DePoto is going to get the win. McElroy the save. And Olson will take the loss for the Diamondbacks. When it's all said and done, we put 21 runs up on the board. It's Colorado 12, Arizona 9. My name is Joe. This has been JC Sports Replays, trying to get through with the first game back on the channel in a long time. Thanks for bearing with me as we do like a 2-hour stream and make it through somehow. So we will see you guys very soon with game 2 of this replay. Not tonight. I said very soon. I didn't mean tonight. Thanks for putting up with me tonight. I'm sure we'll get better. It's been a while and we need practice. But my name is Joe. Just signing off. Till next time. Mm-hmm.